The images you're seeing right now aren't from a movie, they're from a short-lived animated TV series called Fievel's American Tales. This TV series aired in 1992 and only lasted for 13 episodes. Since it ended as quickly as it did, as you can imagine, it didn't exactly do so hot. It's never been released on DVD, and only 8 of the episodes were ever released on VHS. As you can imagine, this makes the series especially hard to come by now. In fact, I only managed to scrounge up 11 of the 13 episodes, though apparently if you search YouTube for it, you can find said missing episodes dubbed over into German. It's a shame I don't speak German.
Does this look like a library, Mr. Mauskowitz?
As you can see from the imagery here, Fievel's American Tales is based around the idea of the last American Tales movie, Fievel Goes West, though I'm not really sure at what point it takes place, because Cat R. Wall and Chula are still wandering around the place, Miss Kitty hasn't actually moved into Green River, and Tiger at one point has to pretend that he's a sheriff, never mind the fact that he pretty much became a sheriff in the last movie. In fact, as far as I can tell, Sheriff Wiley Burp is nowhere to be found. Not to mention, Fievel's baby sister was in the first movie, nowhere to be found in the second, and now suddenly she's back in this TV series. So I guess we'll just assume this takes place in a slightly alternate dimension from the previous movies. Though Philip Glasser and Dom DeLuise do make their returns as Fievel and Tiger.
Hiya! I mean baya. I mean, see ya. Hey, Fife, what's going on?
Sorry, Tiger. I can't play anymore. I gotta babysit.
But Chula, who was once John Lovitz, is now voiced by Dan Castellaneta, best known for his role as Homer Simpson, but sounding more like his role as Megavolt from Darkwing Duck.
Here, Mousy, Mousy, Mousy. Here, Mousy.
The series isn't particularly special. It's your typical Saturday morning fare with really mediocre storytelling and pacing. In some cases, there will be a slightly action-y scene, like a chase or something, and there will be no dialogue and no sound effects for quite some time, just the show's instrumental backing. It tends to make the experience not quite so thrilling. There's a few really awful stereotypings with really poor accent impersonations. Dan Castellaneta also does an alright job with the new character of Mr. Schimmel.
A cat is a cat, and a cat is never a good influence on a young child.
But then there's this family of Australian mice that the show introduces, and their accents are atrocious. Not to mention they just can't stop talking about just how Australian they are.
G'day, pigs. You're just in time to test my latest addition to your treehouse, Dick.
So what even happens in the show? Not a lot. You get thrilling adventures of Fievel having to babysit his younger sister and failing at it, or Fievel having to go to class, or, oh my gosh, Aunt Sophie is coming to visit, keeping Fievel from being able to go to the rodeo or play with Tiger. How awful! See, really, the series is just so bland that I'm not terribly surprised that it only lasted a single season. And the one time they reused the song Dreams to Dream from Fievel Goes West, it really isn't notable enough to make the series worth the hunt.
Dreams to dream in the dark. Oh, brother.
Frankly, my recommendation is just to give the TV series a pass. The VHS tapes are worth little more than as collector's items for the extreme American Tail fan, and really, I can't condone selling 2 episodes of this TV series for $50. Do yourself a favor and just stick to the movies.